give a note.
That's fine, yeah. But you can
Okay.
speak to the speech.
What was the question?
You can speak to the speech.
Order, please. Honorable members, order, please.
Yes,
Minister
Madam-
of Finance, proceed, please.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I can speak to Madam Speaker. I beg to move.
So you take the just go and say speak in the speech.
Order, please. I can't hear the Honorable Minister. Can I have order, please? Honorable Minister, proceed, please. I couldn't get.
The resolution, the actual resolution.
Do I do it here or there?
Minister.
Wait first. Sorry, it's a motion.
Honorable Minister, the Sergeant Ratang.
Wait first. Don't worry.
He has. Minister, Honorable Minister, can you move the motion first, please? Move the motion, please.
Then I'll put it on the
Okay, that's this one. That's that one.
Get the resolution there.
That's
Should I get this one?
This resolution.
No, you give me
Madam.
you give me the paper.
Order, please, Honorable members. Order, please.
Okay, so I should go. Wait. Can I answer? You beg to move.
Honorable Minister of Finance.
But it is taken it there. You beg to move. That order is you present orders standing to your name. You beg to present standing to your name. Madam Speaker, I beg to move to present orders.
Standing to my name.
The papers standing to my name. I beg to move.
You have the floor.
Yeah, you said it. And you read it there.
Order on both sides of the house, please. Can I have order, please?
Madam Speaker, as I'm sure the August House is aware, a budget was presented by the previous government to this chamber. Following the change of government after the 23rd June elections, a need has arisen to look at the budget again because the priorities of the budget which was presented in this August House have changed. What I stand here to do this afternoon is to ask the August House to pass a resolution on some of the measures which the new government will be taking as we go forward. Because the budget has to be looked at again, the government has decided to come up with a provisional budget. As you know, today is the 30th of June, and that's the end of the financial year. For us as government to be able to function as from tomorrow, we need authority from this House, for us to be able to spend. Thank you very much. Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the House authorizes the Minister to withdraw an amount not exceeding 723 billion 401,910,780 kwacha from the Consolidated Fund to enable the government to deliver services for a period of 4 months from 1st July 2020 to 31st October 2020, or until the Appropriation Act 2020 comes into force, whichever is earlier. This, Madam Speaker, is consistent with Section 178 of the Constitution of the Republic of Malawi. And this amount of money will be part of the 2020-2021 financial year budget. Madam Speaker, as honorable members are aware, I've already talked about that elections were conducted on 23rd June, and this has brought in a new government led by His Excellency State President Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera. It is therefore
Order, please. Order, honorable members. Order, please.
not
Order,
possible
please.
to formulate and bring to this august House a full budget that incorporates the aspirations that were promised to Malawians before the start of the new financial year, 1st July 2020. Madam Speaker, it has therefore become necessary that I move a motion on financial resolution to have a provisional budget. Madam Speaker and honorable members, in my submission, I will not make an elaborate statement of the provisional budget since it is presented as a motion. Madam Speaker, the budget statement and the detailed budget will be presented when Parliament discusses the full national budget. As I earlier indicated, the provisional budget figures will also form part of the 2020-2021 national budget. Madam Speaker, the following are the underlying assumptions for the provisional budget that we are bringing to this august House today. Inflation is expected to average 9.4% during the period under review. Exchange rate is expected to average 750 kwacha to $1. A policy rate to remain constant at 13.5%. Only ongoing projects will be provided for in the provisional budget, while the provisions for new projects will be made in the main budget. Allocation to cater for affordable fertilizer and seed has been made, and all contractual obligations which fall due within the 4 months under consideration have been provided for. Madam Speaker, the provisional budget has total revenue and grants amounting to 459.1 billion kwacha, of which 407.3 billion kwacha is domestic revenues and 51.9 billion are grants. Total expenditure and net lending amounts to 722.3 billion kwacha for the period of 4 months. The major highlights in the provisional budget are as follows. Wages and salaries. Madam Speaker, Wages and salaries are projected at 166.7 billion, representing 36.6% of the 2019-2020 financial year's approved personal emoluments figure of 556 billion kwacha. The projection has been based on government ministries, departments and agencies, otherwise known as MDAs. Actual expenditure on wages in addition, the estimate has taken into consideration the recent recruitment of health personnel. Other recurrent transactions, or RTs. Madam Speaker, other recurrent transactions is based on provision of public services by MDAs from July to October 2019 and their existing commitments. It has also taken into account the provision to enable farmers procure fertilizer at an average price of 4,495. This is the price for a 50 kg bag. Development expenditure. I'll come to that. Development expenditure. Madam Speaker, development expenditure has a total provision of 169.8 billion, of which 119.8 billion is foreign financed, while 50 billion is domestically financed. Madam Speaker, 50 billion development expenditure is for ongoing projects only. Net domestic borrowing. Madam Speaker, the provisional budget has a net domestic borrowing of 209.5 billion. The policy measures. Madam Speaker, in fulfillment of the campaign promises, the government of His Excellency, the State President, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, has taken into consideration the following policy measures in this provisional budget. 1. Government will implement the Affordable Inputs Program, otherwise known as AIP, whereby all smallholder farmers, and I'm emphasizing the word all, estimated at 3.5 million, will access fertilizer at the price of 4,495 per bag.
Order, honorable members, order please. Can we hear the honorable minister in silence, please? Order please.
Farmer Each smallholder farmer will be able to purchase 2 bags of fertilizer and enough seed for maize and legumes commensurate with their land holding size. In order to ensure that the program is managed effectively, national identity cards, which will be linked to an electronic tracking system, will be used when purchasing the fertilizer and other farm inputs. This actually, the government will also tighten border security to cross-border smuggling of the cheap import inputs. The tax-free bans has been increased from 45,000 kwacha to 100,000 kwacha. The Malawi Enterprise Development Fund, MEDEF, youth loans provision has been increased from the current 15 billion to 40 billion kwacha. This amount, Madam Speaker, will gradually be increased to 75 billion kwacha. With the increased allocation, Madam Speaker, government is expected to support creation of 200,000 enterprises run by the youth and women. These enterprises, in turn, are expected to create over 600,000 jobs, which will result in increased tax base, creation of more jobs, and improved welfare of our people, especially the youth and the women. Government will also review the implementation of MADEF loans to ensure that these loans are depoliticized. Yes. Government has allocated resources in the provisional budget for ADMAC to purchase maize and other farm produce from farmers. In addition to the allocated resources, ADMAC will also be allowed to borrow from commercial banks. This, Madam Speaker, is expected to provide smallholder farmers with a reliable market to sell their produce. Government will engage Government will engage Malawi Congress of Trade Union and Employers Consultative Association of Malawi.
Members, order, please. Order.
To review I'll take this one again, Madam Speaker. Government will engage Malawi Congress of Trade Union and Employers Consultative Association of Malawi to review the minimum wage from the current rate of 35,000 per month to a proposed 50,000 kwacha per month. And finally, Madam Speaker, government will also expand the youth internship program, and the private sector will be incentivized to give internship opportunities to the youth. With this arrangement, Madam Speaker, more jobs are expected to be created among our youth. Honorable members may also wish to note that the expanded internship program will be the beginning of the National Youth Service. This is the program that, His Excellency, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera intends to introduce. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, I wish to inform the August House that more and detailed information on the budget and fiscal policies will be provided in the full 2020-2021 budget. Madam Speaker, I wish to indicate that honourable members...
Order, please, honourable members. Order, please.
We'll have an opportunity to discuss in detail when I will deliver the full national budget in this August House. May I therefore, Madam Speaker, invite the House to support the motion so as to enable government to finance operations between July and October 2020. Madam Speaker, I beg to move.
Thank you, Honourable Minister of Finance. Honourable members, I will now call upon the spokesperson of Democratic Progressive Party to give their response.
Diligently to the satisfaction of all Malawians. Secondly, I would like to congratulate the new Minister of Finance, Honorable Felix Mlusu, whom I've worked closely, mainly in the private sector. I know him as a profession and also a very balanced person. It is.
Please, honourable members, order, please.
Madam Speaker, I need your protection.
Honourable.
It is my prayer that the new Minister of Finance will manage our finances properly to spur economic growth and improve the lives of all Malawians. Madam Speaker, this is just a financial resolution and therefore may not have much comments at the moment, as we are still waiting for the main budget in September. Madam Speaker, I've also noted the assumptions that have been made underlying the budget, the financial resolution. Having said the foregoing, Madam Speaker, I would like to emphasize the need for government operations to continue operating smoothly without disruptions. Madam Speaker, government is a going concern and therefore its operations are supposed to move continuously and in perpetuity. There are projects that are ongoing and relevant contracts were signed, and it is therefore our hope that these projects will continue to avoid the future litigations. The people And also the people that are serving in government at the moment, they need protection. And they need not to be victimized. These are our fellow Malawians, and therefore they need to enjoy. They need to enjoy the promised.
Honorable members, order please.
These are Malawians that need to enjoy the promised Tonse Canaan. Madam Speaker, in the budget that I presented in this August House on 12 June 2020, under the theme Economic Recovery, Mitigation and Building Resilience, we made a lot of promises to Malawians to create jobs. These are decent and new jobs. We had put in place mechanisms to empower Malawians whilst focusing on mitigating the social and economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Madam Speaker, it is also important to note that the DPP government managed the economy very well under the dynamic and fostered leadership of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika. It is the only DPP that sustained economic stability for close to 4 years. Madam Speaker, this is unprecedented in the history of this region and the entire Africa. Madam Speaker, in my budget that I presented, we made sure that our chiefs are properly taken care of. Through purchase of duty-free vehicles, and also introduced a medical insurance scheme to them in order to improve their quality of life. Madam Speaker, we also reduced prices of fertilizer to an affordable level, and we planned to give free fertilizer and hybrid seeds to the most vulnerable people in Malawi, particularly the elderly, child-headed families, and the people with disabilities. It is our sincere hope that the new Minister of Finance will incorporate this in the budget to come. Madam Speaker, you may also recall that in our budget we emphasized on the women and youth empowerment. As such, we had introduced the 15 billion MADEF loans to the women and the youth. Madam Speaker, this was meant to economically empower and uplifting the lives of Malawians by providing them with high quality and sustainable microfinance services. Madam Speaker, we also hope that...
Order, please, honorable members. There's too much background noise. Order, please.
Madam Speaker, I also want to say that what you promised is 75 billion Malawi kwacha, not the 40 billion that has been mentioned. Madam Speaker, it is also our hope that the new government has to improve sporting standards in this country, especially at grassroots level. That's why we increased the sponsorship of the Presidential Cup to 400 million from 120 million. In my budget, also, we emphasized on the provision of decent houses for our people in uniform. That's the army, the police, immigration, and the prisons. These people play a very important role in our country and therefore need to stay in decent and affordable houses. Madam Speaker,
Members on my right, order please.
Madam
Order,
Speaker, we promised them 10,000 houses. Madam Speaker, now let me turn to our expectation in the budget to be presented in September or October 2020. Madam Speaker, you made a covenant and or a contract with Malawians. You have promised us Malawians a new Canaan, a land of milk and honey, where there will be no suffering and no pain and no fear. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, we can't wait to buy fertilizer at 4,495 for every person, universal, and starting immediately, as we have already announced. Madam Speaker, we can't wait to see the people in our constituencies buying fertilizer at the promised price with immediate effect as we were approaching the agriculture farming season. Madam Speaker, we can't wait, and I repeat, we can't wait. We can't wait for the promised duty-free month. Most Malawians are failing to pay. Month. Madam Speaker, most Malawians are failing to pay duty due to COVID-19 pandemic and also due to the increase in transportation costs. Madam Speaker, we also can't wait for the creation of 1 million decent jobs for the youth who are looking for jobs at the moment. Madam Speaker, civil servants can no longer wait for huge salary increases and the abolition of contributory pension scheme. It's there in the Madam Speaker, the entire August House Madam Speaker, we can't wait for Malawians to get passports at 14,000 kwacha. And that the passports will not be renewable. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, Malawians are also waiting. Madam Speaker, Malawians are also waiting for the removal of water and electricity connection fee. And this will be with immediate effect. Madam Speaker, civil servants are also waiting for house allowances and also immediate promotion for those that went for upgrading. Madam Speaker, the entire August House, including those on the other side of the aisle, can no longer wait for the increase of CDF to 50,000, which you have already mentioned. 50 million kwacha. As you are aware, Madam Speaker, CDF is the only instrument we need to develop our constituencies. Before I conclude,
order, honorable members, order, please.
Before I conclude, Madam Speaker, before I conclude, Madam Speaker.
Order, honorable members, order, please.
Madam Speaker, whether or not you give us the promised land. Be assured that the DPP government will be back in 2025. And we will be back where we belong. Before again, I would like to congratulate our new Minister of Finance and would like to pledge our support and provide constructive checks and balances. I also wish the new president, the new state president, success and good health. Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, as he takes up the presidency. Madam Speaker, the DPP supports the financial resolution, and it is our hope that the new Minister of Finance will operate within the approved resolution. Madam Speaker, I beg to move.
Spokesperson for DPP. So, members, it's now time for general debate, and as I had earlier Honorable member, I saw you, honorable leader for UDF. According to our own rules and procedures, it's only DPP who can contribute to the budget. What for Nkota? I have a speakers list, and I'm going to go by what your chief whips have given me. So I have Mulanje Bali. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for recognizing the people of Mulanje Bale through me to add a voice to the financial resolution moved by the new Minister of Finance, Honorable Mulusu, who have...
Honorable member for Mulanje Bale, I forgot to tell you it's 3 minutes.
3?
Yes. So you're starting at 3:17. You should be through by 3:20. Thank you. I'll start counting now. 3:17, you finish at 3:20. Thank you.
The Honourable Minister of Finance, who I've known for years, and the Right Honourable Speaker, people and governments have always been ambitious. Sometimes, Right Honourable Speaker, ambitions have taken people to early graves. Some people had wanted to reach to Blantyre driving a Toyota Hilux in 2 hours. Some people would want to get to Mzuzu driving a 3-ton truck and get there in 1 hour. Right Honourable Speaker, as we stand in this generation of politics, I wouldn't mind anyone making noise because people are campaigning for to become ministers, but that's in order. Right Honourable Speaker, I would like to congratulate the government and indeed congratulate my own spokesperson on finance. 2 things said, and they have to be said right. Reality, on the other side, ambitions. There are times we become too ambitious to remarry and remarry and remarry when you don't even have any house to to put your wife. After all is said and done, not everyone that is in government is ruling. And as members become too excited, they have to know they are Malawians. The Honourable Minister of Finance, I would like to assure him from Mulanje Bale, we are going to support him on 3 conditions. He's a man of his words. But sometimes because he has just now joined politics, politics might take him from the truth he has always proclaimed when he worked in the insurance sector. Madam Speaker, I want to remind him 3 things from the people of Mulanje Bale. If you give us CDF and organize whatever you have promised the people, that people can go at the end of the day, possibly mention the places where we'll be buying these fertilizers. Because I want my people in Mulanje Bale to know which are the dealers for the fertilizers, so that they can go and buy. Because the big number that is there, they need to buy. Finally, on the same, I know our brothers need some training, right, Honorable Speaker. You know, coming from this side to go there and become a backbencher to protect the government, they need to be disciplined on some of the behaviors that are proclaimed here. A meme training, right, Honorable Speaker, would help. I'm just appealing to your good office to consider a training. This is an appeal, Madam Speaker, I've already finished. I'm appealing to your good office to consider our brothers. I can be a facilitator on how to become a backbencher in government. I'm ready to do that for free. But our brothers here are making noise while the Honorable Senior Minister of Finance is presenting a statement. This is something that this House needs to follow. The leader of the House is looking at me, and I know the 2 senior people there who discipline some honorable members that are too excited over this side. With these few remarks, Madam Speaker, me and the people of Mulanje Bale, we support the resolution and we would like it to pass even now, so our brother Minister of Finance can at least go and implement, or our father Minister of Finance
These few remarks.
go and implement.
With these few remarks.
Thank you very much. With these few remarks, Madam Speaker, I support wholeheartedly this, what do you call this? Is it what? A budget or what?
Honorable,
What is it? It's a provision.
honorable member
I
for
support the provision.
honorable member
you.
for Mulanje Bale. There's some of words that you have said. For example, you said the colleagues on this side need training. I don't think you had that, so you can't claim to be better because we never trained you to be a backbencher. So don't think that is right. Thank you. Honorable member, you're standing on?
On the financial resolution.
Contribution. As I said, I did indicate that we'll be using speaker's list, so I do have a speaker's list with me. Honorable member for Lilongwe South.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for recognizing the people of Lilongwe South to contribute on the debate on the floor regarding the financial resolution for the next 3 months. Honorable Speaker, allow me on behalf of the people of Lilongwe South, and of course on my own behalf, to congratulate the State President, Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, on his glorious election as the 6th President of this great republic. It can only be good, Honorable Speaker. Allow me also to congratulate the new Minister of Finance, and again my brother, the new Minister of Homeland Security. Congratulations to them. Right, Honorable Speaker, the people of Lilongwe South are very excited.
I already cleared everybody. It's going to be 3 minutes. So he started at 22, he will finish at 25.
Are very excited, right, Honorable Speaker, with the new government. And I remember when the Malawi Electoral Commission announced the victory of the State President, Dr. Chakwera, the people in my constituency danced the night away, celebrating because And again, even as my friends are saying, it's not only the people of Longwe South, but over the country from Karonga to Nsanje and Kotakota to Nchinji, people are very excited because they know that for the first time, they are going to buy a bag of fertilizer, 50 kg bag of fertilizer at 4,495 kwacha. This has never happened in this country, Madam Speaker. The people are very excited because for the first time in this country, the tax-free band is going to move from 45,000 to 100,000 kwacha, Madam Speaker. And this quite a number of resources are going to be freed as disposable income for the people of this country. And the people are very, very excited. For the first time, Honorable Speaker, there's going to be an increase of minimum wage to 50,000 kwacha. The people that have been working in the shops, the Amwenye shops, in our households, the maids, for the first time, their minimum wage is going to move to 50,000 kwacha. And as the President promised, we are going to prosper together as a country. And so the people are very, very excited. Honorable Speaker, the people are excited with this new government because the MEDEF loans have been moved from 15 billion kwacha to 45 billion kwacha just for the next 3 months as we move to 75 billion kwacha as promised by the President. And so the people are very excited because this is going to create a lot of jobs, especially for our youth, and even those people with albinism, people with disabilities are also going to benefit from these loans. And I'm glad that Minister of Finance also did mention that is going to review the efficiency of MEDEF.
Honorable Member for Lilongwe South, consider winding up, please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. It's exciting, Madam Speaker, to speak from this side, but all in all, I support the motion. Thank you very much, Madam.
Thank you. Zomba Chisi. What has gone out of order?
Madam Speaker, we have to put this House in order by saying Malawi starts from Chitipa to Sanje, not Sanje to Karonga. This kind of communication from the leaders is not in order. Malawi starts from Sanje to Chitipa or Chitipa to Sanje. And the Right Honorable Speaker knows this. The member who was just holding the floor had said that Malawi people were celebrating from Sanje to Karonga. Where is the Chitipa?
No, noted, Honorable Member for Chitipa South. Noted. Zomba Chisi.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And through you, let me comment.
You are starting at 3:27. You'll be through by 3:30.
Thank you. Through you, Madam Speaker, let me commend the new Minister of Finance for bringing this resolution, and indeed to congratulate him for the appointment. Madam Speaker, I think let me address this issue. The issue, Madam
Honorable
Speaker,
members, order please, order.
Can you protect me? And at the same time, Madam Speaker, let me congratulate the new government, and I wish them well. The people of Zomba Chisi wish them well. And also to thank the spokesperson on finances from government side, the former Minister of Finance, for ably responding to the budget. Madam Speaker, whilst we are all excited about having a new resolution for the next
Honorable
few
members,
months,
can I have order, please? Let us hear the Honorable Minister, the Honorable Member for Zomba Chisi in silence, please.
whilst we are all excited, Madam Speaker, to have a new resolution for the next 2 months, as we await the budget for 2020-2021, we would like to the people of Zombachisi would like to commend the proposals or the propositions that have been made in the resolutions. I believe they are speaking to the hearts of Malawians, but the people of Zombachisi, Madam Speaker, are excited and indeed are waiting to hear from the new government all the flowery promises that have been made fulfilled. We believe, Madam Speaker, that it was not just a matter of campaigning or wooing the votes for the people to fulfill the promises, but I believe that they will live to the promise that they have made to Malawians. One thing, Madam Speaker, that has not been tackled by the Minister of Finance, which needs to be reflected by this House, is how they're going to mobilize the funds for the budget. Because we know the budget currently, or the economy currently, is compressed because of various factors, and one of which is to do with the COVID-19 currently being experienced. Madam Speaker, we have been informed, we are told that right now, MRA, in terms of collecting revenue, is down to 40%. And we know, Madam Speaker, that we largely depend on the revenue collection in order to support the budget. This has not been tackled by the Minister of Finance to tell us how is he going to mobilize resources for the budget in order to fulfill the flowery promises that have been made. Madam Speaker, to agree with Mulanjibare, the people of Zombachisi are waiting for the Honorable Minister of Finance to fulfill the promises, particularly for the increase of CDF.
Point of
50
order.
million kwacha.
Your time immediately after the member for Zombachisi.
Okay.
Consider winding up, Honorable Member for Zombachisi.
It's my
Madam
it's my
Speaker,
freedom.
Madam Speaker, we have not heard from the new minister in terms of how he is going to grow the ICT industry in Malawi. Because you know, Madam Speaker, that we've been progressing well with the previous government. We've been doing well in terms of ICT development in this country, and would like the new government to continue from where we stopped under the leadership of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika. Madam Speaker,
These few remarks.
Madam Speaker, finally, I would like to address one issue which has been coming on and on from the members of this side. Madam Speaker, there has never been COVID allowances scam in this country. I would like to challenge them. I would like to challenge them. Madam Speaker, right now, they are in government. They are in government.
Order, honorable members, order please. Order
Madam
please.
Speaker, it should not be difficult. It should not be difficult for them to investigate us about COVID allowances. They can bring, even if, Madam Speaker, even if they bring FBI in this country, I challenge them to investigate us, to take us to court, to convict us if we ever got COVID allowances in this country. There has never been COVID allowances come in this country. I'm challenging you today. You can bring FBI to come and investigate us. You'll find nothing. There's never been issues of COVID allowances in this country.
I rose on point of order.
Chisi South, what is gone out of order?
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Is it in order for the member who has just resumed his seat? And of course, is it in order for the former Minister of Health to go out when his friend in arms was making a speech here? Is it in order? Number two, is it in order that the member who has just resumed his seat is forgetting that he is no longer a minister? He is taking advantage of the speech that was contributing on the resolution to be addressing the nation. He cannot address the resolution, the nation. In what capacity is he addressing the nation? Madam Speaker, is that in order